Hey Finance and Coffee, I'm here with Emily Wallace today, who is a prolific LinkedIn user and she smashes it out of the park every time I see her post anything. She's a buyer's advocate by trade, but she uses LinkedIn a lot for her business. So we're here today to talk to Emily a little bit about how she uses LinkedIn, and this is part one of a three-part series, which is why should you use LinkedIn? So big question. What is LinkedIn? How does it differ to other social networks?
Sure. So I think the biggest thing about LinkedIn is that it's so professional. Sure. And for those who are in a professional service, or even if you're selling a professional product, it's a spot where you can find other professionals, and it's not like Facebook, and it's certainly not like Instagram, and therefore, the content has to be relative to that as well.
Sure. Sometimes it's a little bit like.
Sometimes a little bit, maybe on a Friday afternoon.
Absolutely. So is there differences in the way that you can engage on LinkedIn as an individual versus as a business?
Yeah, that's a really great point. So a lot of businesses will have their business page. Yep. To be honest, I don't see a lot coming out of those actual business pages themselves. The best stuff that I see comes from the personal page and someone personally speaking to the mass.
Okay, and that's even if they're running a bigger business as part of it, it's all about their personal brand rather than their business brand.
I would say there's a lot more weight on that. People buy from people, and people, have a service from people. So yes, that's my personal opinion on that. Yeah.
Well, in your experience then, and running a buyer's advocacy, how much value have you seen LinkedIn add to your business and others that do similar on LinkedIn?
Massive. So my whole philosophy on using LinkedIn is to educate people.
Sure.
And that's been a platform that I've pushed it the most. I do use Facebook and Instagram as well, but I would say in terms of elevating the business and having visibility of who I am and what I do, LinkedIn has been probably the main source of leads and referrals for me. Connecting with people, taking it offline and meeting with them for coffee. But I've also had direct clients message me and say, I've seen your videos, I've been watching you for so long, I'm ready to buy, can you talk me through the process?
Okay,
which is golden.
Cool. So you mentioned just then about using it to educate, and then you also mentioned videos. So do you specifically use LinkedIn for the videos, or do you use other educational tools as well? How do you use it?
Sure, so primarily videos. I do occasionally from time to time post maybe some stats, or actually find they don't do as well. The video content I mix between property and property related questions, and then also just life and business in general, the challenges that you face, and just keeping it real, because at the end of the day, people want to interact with someone who's real and honest and just says it how it is, and so that's what I try and bring through in the videos. Yeah,
and that's a really great point you make there about the engagement, and we've talked about this before, and you see it in our group as well, guys. You see the videos we post get way more comments, way more likes than if we post an article to something or a blog post or something like that, and it's not just Facebook that's true for. Obviously LinkedIn. Yes. Which I believe are still quite new to the video side of things. Yeah, so LinkedIn has had the video component for about just under 18 months now. Okay. And live video is coming to LinkedIn too, which is super exciting. I can't wait to try that out. I'm probably going to do some, LinkedIn live with my lunch and other people to have lunch as well. But that component is going to be a bit of a game changer for LinkedIn, I think. Sure. And so you were mentioning before about people buy from people, and it's about people getting to know who you are and what you do. Yes. So is LinkedIn a big driver of yours that you use to promote that personal brand and get that out there? Yeah, who you are? Very much so. And I think the biggest take on the education piece is I don't sell in any of my videos. I never say, I'm a buyer's advocate, use me. It's not like that. Sure. It's, I'm a buyer's advocate. This is what I'm seeing in the field. Maybe you've seen this too. Did you know this? Or have you considered this? It's very much helping people because they should, know what's going on regardless of using my service. Yeah, absolutely. And that can translate to mortgage brokers as well. Exactly, right? Massively in mortgage broking, particularly, if you're targeting people who haven't really used the service before, they want to know what it is. I think there's all these myths about, how do mortgage brokers get paid. That's a video conversation. That's a big myth at the moment. It's a big myth. It's a big myth. It's a touchy subject. But that sort of thing is educating people, and then they feel more informed and more comfortable to make a choice of going forward with you. Yes. So, and it's all about the touch points as well. Sure. So how do you find your content or how do you get that content to reach more than the connections you've already got?
Great question. So LinkedIn, the algorithm of LinkedIn is very much based on the first hour of posting. So first and foremost, you need to be really careful about when you post.
Yeah, definitely.
So either very first thing in the morning on people's commute to work, or last thing in the evening. The weekends are hit and miss, you just never know weekends, but weekdays. And how I get it to reach more people, some of my videos have had upwards of 20,000 views organically, and that's because I am interacting with the people who are commenting on it. Likes are great, comments are much better, and it pushes it out to their network and then their network, and the bubble continues.
And it comes back to your brand. If people are commenting to your videos and you're engaging with them again and answering any questions, it says more to them about who you are as well, and
Yes.
you know, you're open to engage in those questions, not just post a video and run away, right?
Exactly. You must. If someone comments, like the comment and comment back.
Yeah,
Even if it's a thanks for your comment or great insight, something like that, always reply. Yeah.
Well, thanks, Emily. That's I think a really good introduction to LinkedIn. We are going to post 2 more videos with Emily on LinkedIn, and they're going to be about specifically connections.
Yes.
And also a bit more in depth into the content and videos and what Emily does on her videos as well.
Yep.
So join us for part 2.